pretty impressive, I guess.
And they're obviously 5-on-3 against those guys is always going to be tough. I thought we held it together though. Gave up the 2 goals, but we held it together on the bench. We knew we had a chance, especially if we got to overtime, and we did.
Both your goals looked like just some patience before you were going to shoot, especially the one in overtime.
Pretty much the same thing. We had a guy driving the net, Schwartzy, and then the first one, Paul, and I'm looking for a shot lane. And those guys driving the net draws all the attention, and I think got the goalie sliding both times.
Do you see him giving you short side there at all?
He was leaning on both of them, so I guess when you're past first guy, they don't expect you to shoot.
14 goals last year.
Yeah, closed my eyes 14 times.
A good, other than those last few minutes where the 5-on-3, you got to like this way with the way we played to start the season against a team like the Penguins?
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously a tough night to come in here, and obviously we knew what happened, prior to the game. They had a lot of energy. You could feel the buzz in the building. We knew they were going to have a couple big pushes. They did. Obviously, we were scrambling there for a while. Jake played outstanding, as always, and kept us in there. But again, I've said it last year. I said, again, all year this year, it's a resilient group. We'll stick together. Might not always, be how we planned it out prior to the game, but we'll find a way.
You might just call a timeout there just to kind of settle the troops down.
Yeah, it was a good time just to kind of catch our breath there. I think we, 5-3, and then we're shorthanded, and we had a lot of guys that were playing back-to-back there, so it gave us a chance to catch our breath.
Did some of the pregame stuff serve as some extra motivation for you guys? Was it a sort of rallying motivated you?
But we know what it is. You want to come in here and spoil the party, but we didn't watch it. Obviously, we were in here, and like I said, we knew they were going to have some momentum from it. There's going to be a push from them. I thought we did a good job answering the bell after they had their push.
So look, at the very end of it, when you guys came on the ice, just when the
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously a special night for them. We're not going to, deny that, and they deserve, to have that night. Hopefully, we get that opportunity.
part there at the end of the 5-on-3, but other than that, you like how things went tonight?
Yeah, I thought we did a lot of good things. It's early in the season. I think there are a lot of good plays from a lot of our lines, and then there's a lot of sloppy plays from a lot of our guys, and that's just the way it is, and it happens on both ends of the ice. I think a few times we got in trouble playing that run and gun game, and especially when that ice was bad, I think we should have tried playing like more a puck possession game, but we're on our heels a little bit, and it always happens. I feel like when you're up a goal or up 2 goals, you tend to sit back, and you're playing the defending champs on their opening night, so there's going to be no quit in their game. But finding a way to get 2 points and getting that first one in our belt, I think, is huge.
Kind of natural with the first game. It's probably going to be a little more wide open and just kind of got to get settled into a game like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely different. I think preseason's a very individual. Everyone kind of plays on their own. I think once the regular season starts, you're playing as a 5-man unit. You're kind of getting used to the defensive zone, offensive zone, kind of neutral zone play. And it took us a little bit, but I think, a lot of our goals, I think, started from our defensive zone, 200 feet behind the play. And we have everyone involved. I think that's one of our best.
What makes Sobey a good fit with you on the line, and nice patience there to wait for you to come down the slot to set you up?
Like I said, I think he makes plays. He's like Schwartzy, where he holds onto the puck and doesn't get rid of it, and tough to knock off the puck. And that one I'm not even yelling. I just kind of hoping he sees me, because sometimes you don't want to yell and get the defenseman or their back checker to kind of notice you. So, he makes a great play there, make a great play on Petro's goal. So I think for us, for our line, it took a little bit. I was bad on draws, so then that kind of puts us in a damper. But as the game went on, I think we started getting more comfortable and started to kind of hold on to the puck a little more. I think early on we were kind of too far apart. Everyone was no one was holding on to the puck, and I think in games like this, and when we're at our best, I think we're holding on to the puck and we're supporting each other, and that's how we did as the game went on.
The third time in 4 years you've scored on opening night. You like opening night?
I don't know. I mean, this is 12 years. I probably scored 6 times, so whatever. No, it's just like I said, whether you get them now or whether you get them later, as long as you're winning, especially I think early in the season for us, all these games are important. It's very cliche, but you see how it is. You know how tough our division is, how tough our conference is, and when you're missing 4 or 5, 2 obviously really important parts, 3 or 4 important parts to our team, then we got to find ways to get as many points as we can and not use that as an excuse.
I'm going to focus a lot more on the positives. Obviously, coming into this building and scoring 5 tonight, obviously this is just the beginning. We said it before. This is just the beginning of the process, and I think it was a little bit of a poise issue, and that's for me is normal this time of year. Things get a little hectic, and you don't react as well to it. You're not as familiar with it as you are later in the year. So we'll be in some more of those situations where I think we'll react a little bit better to it. And obviously, they've got a pretty talented group over there too. So it's not like we just completely backed off and didn't continue to play. I mean, they've got some guys that made some plays at a big time, and but I like the way that we regrouped and got the win.
Petro said it was a good timeout to call just to kind of settle everything down.
Yeah. You know what? You could sense that that obviously they had a lot of momentum, and even still after that, I felt that they had a real good push, and overtime couldn't quite come quick enough. But that gave our group a chance to settle in and regroup, and I've seen that a lot from this group. It's a group that really cares, and sometimes that puts a little bit more pressure in certain situations. But they respond and they found a way, and it's a big win to start the season.
Before the penalty, what a night for Shen. He was doing everything.
Yeah, he was doing. He had a great night. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I think he'd like to have that one back, but it was a good toss. But that said, I think that he'd probably kid around about it right now. But that's, like I said, we're all going to get better in these situations. It was he's trying to get a puck out. We're trying to kill a penalty, and so it's a mistake that happened in the game, and we'll cover up each other's mistakes. But he played a heck of a game all over the ice for us tonight.
Him and Schwartz together both. Did you just like what they were doing together?
Well, they that's why we put them back together, is we want a little bit more depth in our lineup. I thought Sobey did a nice job with Stas and Vladdy. He was real instrumental in obviously those guys getting on the score sheet, but I thought he did a lot of little things too in his game. And then we needed some more depth as well as some more balanced scoring, and I thought those guys showed us what they can do together. They've got good chemistry.
And Dunn and Thompson for their first time out.
Yeah, good. Yeah, for sure, some learning moments, and it's pretty exciting for those guys. I'm really happy for them. What a great memory and a great place to come in and get your first win in your first game. So I think that they showed a lot of good things tonight.
Mike, you coached against Saboka before, and now that you've seen him come back, you just notice something more mindful about his offensive game, that he's more assertive in the offensive zone?
I think he's got, that's a confidence factor. I think he's still got a lot of the elements that always made him that tough player to play against. His competitiveness, his ability to win one-on-one battles, his defensive mindset, but. He's got a lot of poise with the puck right now, especially in offensive situations. Sees the ice very well. He's not. I think that quite often players like that would have skill. They recognize that they have a little bit more time than they think in certain situations, and he's able to recognize those and take advantage of it.
You were saying the other day that Parayko needs to grab who he is and be that guy. I mean, one game, but score
tonight. Yeah, I thought the D battled real hard tonight. Again, it's a tough test. I thought Jake did a good job, and that's a good team. They're obviously real wound up and excited about the night that they had, and so we knew what we were up against, but I thought that a lot of guys stepped up and played well.